think I recorded that project back in, I want to say around like July, and I got it done in like 3 weeks, top to bottom, and it really encompassed everything I was feeling in that moment for that whole month, and got the ball rolling.
And when you look back on that project, how do you feel about it present day?
I mess with it, man. I think I did my thing on that project. I love the production. It's really a different style than other stuff I get to do. I had fun with it, and it showed me, because that's the first time I actually rapped my own stuff, so it was a big milestone for me, showing me that I broke that little writer's block I used to have. Because the first track I did for that, it's called We're Back, and once I did that track, the ball just rolled from there. I was producing super quick, writing for it super quick, got it done. I think I was barring it up, so that's always a plus. Yeah, it's fun, man.
Yeah, and like, what lessons did you learn from creating that project that you've been applying towards the music you've been making now and in the future?
Well, I have a lot of creative control with my music because I am producing it. So, if you're getting a beat from another producer, which is a process I've done as well, sure, you can get the track outs for it. You can mess with it however you want, or to an extent. With my stuff, since I'm producing it, I could do a little snare roll that will complement a certain bar, and it just enhances it that much more. Like, I have the original beat for each song made on here, and listening to those, the songs aren't as good as when I went in and did those final touches, throwing little cool patterns at certain points and really customizing the track to bring out its full potential. So with that technique, me doing that now, I can see I have more, there's more possibility and more potential for all my songs here on out, seeing that I could do that.
Mm.
And the things I've learned from that project, I just like to, like all my past projects, I just like to have those there and then compare them to the next one and just see how much improvement I'm making from project to project. That's always good.
Mm. And what have you noticed the most that you've improved on in between your work? Like, has it been a production, has like the production game to whatever, or has it been like the lyrics, like the rapping, where I just know my pen game is just past a certain level now? Like, what thing has stood out to you as the most improved between your work?
Oh, it's everything, really. Like, the improvements is bound. How I'm feeling about myself. Like, the music I'm making now, if I listen to a song like 4 years ago, like, it's just mind-blowing how much different it is. And I just, gotta keep it going up. I feel like I rap better every day, produce better every day, so I'm getting to where I want to be.
We have a caller.
Shoot.
You are live on Endie Fiya with Rich and Nakia and guest Willis. How are you this evening?
Very good. Shout out to your tracking engineer, Willis.
Hey, my guy.
What it
the
do?
junior in the building.
What it do?
The guy who tracks the project. He tracked the project. He had to get his little
What's
get
up,
your
my
shout
guy?
out
How
real
you
quick.
doing?
Very good. Been with this dude now. Been working with him since we were 18, and we met each other 10 years ago, actually. Almost 10 years ago.
Been a minute.
Yeah.
So now I could do the math.
Sound good on the
I thought
radio.
he was like 18. So now we could do the math. Thank you. I thought you was like 18 or 16. But
I'm
I was
25.
having
I ain't scared to say my age. I'm seasoned.
But that's
Stop
a good
me
look.
being so goddamn modest about your rapping.
It takes strong people working with you. So thank you for all that you're doing with him and being with him, and we
I just go in the
that.
booth. I just go in the control room and tell him he's shit every fucking line, and he just pumps it up. That's how it works. That's the process.
Oh,
Tell him he's trash, and that's it.
That's what makes you go harder, right there.
Exactly. That's why you sound so angry on some tracks.
Oh, that's natural.
Those are the best ones. Those are the best tracks right there.
Yeah, that colorblind kind of hits.
All
right, man. I'm going to go listen to the rest of this. Yeah, I'm going to listen to the rest of this. Good talking to you all. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend with the hits. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you for calling in. You're welcome.
Cool guy right there. Cool guy.
So I want to jump into the sticks right now. You want to talk about that one really quick?
All right, fun story about sticks. That's basically it's been a storyline of mine, with my music. That is me talking about being in certain situations, not knowing how I'm there when I want to focus on other positive things. But coming where I'm from, growing up in an area where there's a lot going on, sometimes you just peer pressured into being in a situation you don't want to be. And there we go.
Sounds like the story of my life. Here we go. Sticks. Willis.
Aye, yeah. Whoa. Aye, whoa, yeah. Aye, yeah. Danger in the street, drowning from the stream, sink or swim, breathe in and out the weak, leave a man ease, hammer out the bins, corner bins, leash, string you from your ends, calling friends, ease, hard body work, dialed in, preach, product of Mike and Viker, man, Steve, got it on, swerve in the whip, curve with the wrist, turn to the sticks. What am I doing here? Quarter piece, quarterly souvenir. Stuck if you moving weird. Got a man robbing the newest pair. They playing referee. Text hopping out for them leather seats. Holding the dungarees. Praying they don't put what's underneath. D's to the law, preach when a fraud leaks. On a dog speaks in a concrete from a dog deep when he's gone free from a lost sweep with a call. Yeah, when a bars keep him on guard deep in the car, feed in the war. Caution never warned, needing some hard creep in the dark, leading me far. What am I doing here? My conscience is not a good corrigate. What is the story here? Street calling out to the employee there. Ignoring any fear. If you interfere, you might disappear. When we're in the field, always staying clear. But you cannot run from danger in the street. Drowning from the stream, sink or swim, breathe. Thinning out the weak, leave them in ease. Hammer out the bins, corner bins, leash. Drowning on your calling friends east. Hard body work, dialed in, preach. Product up, Mike and Viker, man, Steve's got it on. Swerve in the whip, curve with the wrist, jerk to the sticks. How did I interfere? Senses from innocence, engineer. Product and shipping the business there. Cross the city, get extended care. Ay, I get my concierge, lots of penny vintage diamonds ear to ear. Ay, if there's trouble near, we gon' musketeer. Bring a danger in the street, drowning from the stream, sink or swim, breathe. Thinning out the weak, leave them in ease. Hammer out the bins, corner bins, leash. Drowning on your ends, calling friends east. Hard body work, dialed in, preach. Product up, Mike and Viker, man, Steve. Got it on, swerve in the whip, curve with the wrist. Bring a danger in the street, drowning from the stream, sink or swim, breathe. Thinning out the weak, leave them in ease. Hammer out the bins, corner bins, leash. Drowning on your ends, calling friends east. Hard body work, dialed in, preach. Product up, Mike and Viker, man, Steve. Got it on, swerve in the whip, curve with the wrist, jerk to the sticks.
I wasn't ready for that ending. Like, you know how you get so into a song, like that, and then it's over?
Yeah. Sudden cut off.
And then it's
Did
over.
that happen on Goodfellas?
I wasn't ready for that.
I was like, damn, what did I do wrong?
I thought you cut it off early.
No, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault, Rich. Not that time.
All right.
So what motivates you to continue to do what you do? You say you've been doing this 10 years, give or take a year or two. What motivates you just to continue to do this daily?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's fun. Just enjoy what I do. When you enjoy what you do, pretty sure you're going to go harder at it. And, there's much more to accomplish with it. It's not like I'm at some place right now where, I'm plateauing and just stuck in success. There's always something to grind for, and that in itself is a motivation. But mostly, it's just fun. That's the number one thing.
You seem like the total package. I mean, you are the total package. Like, you perform, you produce, you songwrite, you are an engineer. Is there any one aspect that you prefer more so over the other?
I don't know, because I feel like I don't do enough yet. I feel like there's more things I need to learn and add to the arsenal. And trying to be a jack of all trades. So I think I enjoy them all the exact same amount. It's just, I don't even look at it as I'm, doing all these things at once, because I know some people only stick to one thing and get really good at that, and they're cool with that. But I don't know, I'm just always trying to learn more things I can do, because I'm pretty sure there's 1,000.
Okay, like with your creative process, like is there a certain artist or maybe a certain song or album you've heard that like you've tried to make your own? Like I mean in the sense of like when I first started producing a beat that I really tried my best to recreate all the time was Jay-Z's I Know. And especially when I started rapping and producing, like I was really trying to make my own version of Pharrell's In My Mind album. Like, do you have any music or an artist that really inspires you to try to put your own twist on their music?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure subconsciously when I am inspired by things, like some part of me like maybe throws in a technique I wouldn't have thought of before. But like all my favorite artists, like they make different stuff than me, and I listen to a lot of like R&B a lot, or some alternative weird music or instrumental music. Mostly I listen to instrumental music, so there's nothing there to really help anything you're rapping about. So I don't know, inspiration to me is like a weird thing. Like I'll hear, like I'll be listening to some like Flying Lotus and one of his instrumental tracks, and that'll inspire a song that sounds nothing like the song I just listened to. Like before I made that Sticks track, I was listening to some Sam Cooke. So I don't know.
Yeah. And in like your beat making process, like where does it start for you? Like for me, it always started with drums usually. Like I'll always just get me a nice drum pattern going, and then I would just work from that point. Like, what is your creative process like when you making production?
It always varies, of course, but I would say for the majority of the time, I'll just get a nice little melody going. Fill out. I like to start with the melody to fill out what pockets I use for the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll rarely start with the bass line. That almost never happens. But if I do start with the drums, it's because I'll beatbox a little melody, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to use for later. I'll maybe save it and then go to the melody. But for the majority of the time, I do a little melody. It sounds cool. I figure out the pocket for the drums, and I'll make like a draft version of a beat, and then I'll, write whatever I write to it, lay the vocals down, then come back to it and finalize the beat.
From an emotional or a technical point of view, which track do you feel that you deliver your best performance?
I mean, I have the most fun doing some, some introspective stuff, any outlook I have on life at the time. Those are the most fun for me. What the listener may enjoy the most, I don't know, but those are the most fun. Just some turn-up rap stuff. Those are cool. Get some bars off. But I don't put as much into those as I do when it's a story-based song.
Story behind We're Back. Your first track off
It's exactly... Yeah, it's exactly the title. It's my comeback song, first track I made. It was years since, it's probably like 2 years removed from making the song. First track coming back from producing. I was on I didn't rap for a long time prior to that song. So that's just, me